you guys have got a show, a hometown show at the Tempo on the 22nd, and you've got this massive banner outside the Tempo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh?
Did you put that there?
Yeah, pretty stoked about that.
Did you have to put that there, or did they?
No, they organise it. You just have to pay for it, and they get one made for you. And
all right, so you get to keep it afterwards.
Yeah, you get to keep it. Yeah.
Up in the band room.
Yeah, it's probably going to have to go there. It looks pretty big.
Yeah, it does. Imagine how big your heads are.
Yeah, that sort of matches what we are now.
Because like you guys, you haven't actually been together as the Like Thieves that we see now for very long, have you?
No, it's been since November, I think it was.
Wow. So it's less than a year.
Last year, that's when Clint Bogue joined anyway, but Clint Goff and I have been getting the band together for essentially 4 years probably.
Right, but you hadn't recorded or anything?
We did one song with our old singer and old drummer.
Right.
Essentially, but yeah, nothing much more came of that because we started going our separate ways. Yeah, and Dan has been in the band for, I don't know, probably a couple of years, I think. So, just time goes and a few lineup changes, and then once the band was right, and then we were fortunate enough to get Clint in the band, and then here we are.
Do you feel it when you get the right people in the room jamming together? Do you know there's something different about it?
Oh, definitely. Well, I mean, that was the same with Dan. We knew we wanted Dan before he was even in the band, and he didn't even play our style. He is still in Lynch Martyr, the metal band. So we saw them play a couple of times and just loved his style, loved how he played. And he actually wasn't sure about joining us because he liked what we did, but he wasn't sure he'd fit. And, it was a bit of a change for him. But once he got into it, it was sweet.
And you've got, of course, Clint Bogue is in The Given Things as well.
Who are they?
I was actually going to ask if you or Clint are in another band as well.
No.
No. Do you have problems with the schedules with two of your members being in other bands?
Yes and no. It's sort of more just about working around each other. I mean, I think both, just being open with each band and just talking about what's coming up and things like that. So it's not really like a rivalry thing. It's just got to be organised.
Right.
As organised as you can anyway. Nothing generally comes up that urgently that you can't work around it.
You wait. You guys are going places.
Oh, thank you.
Can you actually tell me about the songwriting process in Like Thieves? Because you've got some really brilliant songs on that EP.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, it's pretty much me. I write everything, the lyrics. I do all the singing. I do all the music. I play the drums. No.
Now that is going to air, and I'm going to tell Clint to listen.
You went silent. You're like, what? Yeah, Bogue just mimes. We put a backing track on and he just mimes me.
Yeah.
You can put that on. It depends. Like some of the songs come together as a group in the room by chance, and other times it's from demos I've written at home. Like if you just look at the EP, for example, like Killing Reason, that was written a while back, essentially, the music, and had a pretty straight sort of drum beat to it and things like that. The music's essentially the same. And once we got Dan in, he put the great, heavy China beat in there the song kicks in with, and so that sort of came together as a group. And then obviously the vocals come after the fact. But then same with, I think, Echoes. That track too, that was another one written as a group. The song Wolves at Winter's Edge and In My Arms to the End, I wrote pretty much the whole lot of those at home. I've just got a drum program and put down basic beats just to get the feel, and then I do all my guitar parts and whatnot and flesh it out. And then if the guys like it, we sort of either keep it as it is if they're happy, or we chop and change it until it's right. Alibi, the acoustic track, I wrote that very quickly one night at home. I was just doodling on the acoustic and I thought, came up with the progression really quickly and really liked it. So I just emailed it off to Bogue, and half an hour later he loved it and he'd written something and he sent it back to me, and within half an hour, and that song was done in a couple of hours essentially.
Right.
So it just really depends.
And with the new members that have come in, have they changed the sound along the way a little bit?
Well, essentially, Clint Goff and I have been the main members of the band since the start. So musically, in that respect, it is what it is, because harmonically, it's come from us too. Dan, definitely, like I said, his playing is brilliant. He can be very technical and very tasty at the same time, and he's quite young too. He's only just turned 26, I think it is. So, he's got a very musically mature head on him. But, he definitely brings a great flavour to the band, and we all know what Clint Bogue can do, so...
Well, The Wolves at Winter's Edge and In My Arms Till the End are my two favourite songs on the EP.
Oh, awesome.
And Killing Reason would come next, and you've got a live video floating around for Killing Reason at the moment.
Yeah. The video's live, the audio is from the EP, obviously. So.
You did make a video for The Wolves at Winter's Edge.
We did, yeah.
So is Killing Reason the single at the moment?
Yeah, essentially you could say that, yeah. I guess we haven't released any song as a individual single. It's just, more about getting music out there at this stage. We wanted to do a big budget clip for Killing Reason, but just the way things worked out, we really couldn't afford it. So next best thing was just to cut together some live footage.
Well, I think you've done the right thing because you're spending your money on touring instead.
Well, that's it, It's not cheap to make clips and it's not cheap to make albums and EPs. And as you probably know, and everyone that's in bands knows, so it all adds up, and then you just got to weigh up your options and try and be smart about it.
Well, I did notice that when you came to Melbourne just about 2 months ago, there was a really good crowd down at the SB when you guys were on, even though Carnival were playing that night.
Yeah, and hey, he was very happy with that. We didn't realise until the day got closer, and it was like, oh my God, Carnival's on. Can't compete with that.
But you did.
No, I was very, very fortunate, very grateful to everyone that turned up that night. So hopefully we can do it again with Bellicero when we're down there. So looking forward to playing with those guys.
Yeah, well, you will be experienced playing with them by the time you get to Melbourne because you're playing with them at the Tempo in Brisbane as well.
Yeah, we sort of did a gig swap with them. So
actually, I think in Australia at the moment there are a few bands that have got something special, but it's not something that's common, and you guys do have something very special.
Well, I guess we all think we've got something special, but...
Yeah, but you must be starting to feel the vibe from the fans and that,
Yeah, definitely. It's been really positive, and it seems to be growing every day. You can see it on the online stuff like Facebook and YouTube and whatnot. It just seems to be growing, which is good. So getting a few people asking about Tasmania and Perth and North Queensland and things like that too, which is great. So we couldn't make it this tour, so planning on one for next year, and then we'll hit all the other towns we can and hopefully visit everybody.
When you did come down a couple of months ago, that was your first time actually playing in Melbourne, wasn't it?
It was.
In any band?
For me, yeah, first time.
Right.
It was freezing. I had 2 jumpers and a jacket on. I couldn't warm my hands up.
What's it like having 2 Clints in the band? Do you have nicknames for each other, or does it just get confusing?
Oh, they call themselves Team C now. So they've bonded over being Clints. Clint Goff has always called himself Clint 1, or the better Clint. So. He was here first, so he's stamping his authority on that one. But Bogue's kids are quick to tell him that he's not as famous as their dad, so he comes second.
He just had another baby just after the Melbourne trip too, didn't he? Or his wife?
He did.
He didn't, his wife did.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'd pay to see him have one.
Wouldn't we all? Pay to see just one man have one, like a real man, not a pretend man like that person in America.
You're a very rich man.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, I should mention where you can be found on Facebook too. It's Like Thieves Official.
Yes.
And people can go and give you some love over there. And you've got links to your iTunes and Bandcamp where the CD can be purchased. Yep,
that's it. So if people want to purchase it, they can visit our Bandcamp store. There's a physical CD, digital download, T-shirt, posters. We're getting some new shirts made at the moment. Clint Goff is a brilliant artist. He's a really good painter, and he's actually been designing our new shirt idea in the last few days, which has come out really cool. So we're hoping to get them pressed very soon and have them ready for the tour.
I did notice on his Facebook the other day he's doing a picture of a man. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show, funny enough, or not. It's old mate from Breaking Bad.
Oh, right, yep.
He's doing a series of portraits from Breaking Bad, so that one's actually sold already. So,
God. I don't watch it either. I've never seen it either, so...
Yeah, no, I keep meaning to, but I never get around to it. Don't watch much TV, so...
No. So you guys must be working on some new material by now.
Yeah, definitely are. We've just started demoing up next batch of songs for the new EP, which we're looking at starting production on in early 2014. And then I've got a heap of other sort of half and three-quarter finished songs that we've got to sift through and nut out and see what we want to do. And yeah, so there's heaps of stuff on the go.
Would you have chosen to do this if you'd known what it was really like being in a band and how much money goes into it, how much effort? That's
a really good question. It's hard to say. I mean, we don't do it because we think we're going to be millionaires out of it. Yeah. Everyone that plays music and is in a band or something just does it because they enjoy it, and it's such a gradual process. Like I've been playing for so long, you start and then you get better and then you join a band and then you decide to record and then you find out how much it is and then you find out this and that and you just keep going, it's like the instruments themselves. They cost so much money. It's just your thing, so you enjoy doing it, so you pay for it. You know, you just do it because you love it and hope for the best.
You guys, I should say, you've got Newcastle on Friday the 15th, and then Saturday the 16th you'll be in Sydney.
Yep.
And then Brisbane on Friday the 22nd at the Tempo with Ballacira.
Yep.
Adelaide on Thursday, November the 28th at the Enigma Bar. And then Melbourne, Saturday the 30th at the Corner Hotel with Ballacira headlining that one. And you guys are really good at talking to your fans and signing autographs and really interact with people.
Yeah, well, I think we should. You know, it's, people come to see you, so you should hang around if they want to have a chat or need something signed or something. I mean, as fans of music ourselves, you know, we've always loved it if you could catch, you know, your favourite musician or whoever after a show. So if we can be anything like that, then that's great. I mean, just the other week we got to meet Devin Townsend here in Brisbane. We saw him and he hung around after the show and he went through everybody, and it was, you know, it was amazing to meet him. We got some photos and he was such a down-to-earth guy, you know, and it's just awesome. So if we can be anything like that, then we will.
Oh, that's cool. Are you thinking about heading overseas, and if so, what area?
Oh, definitely. Anywhere that'll take us, essentially. We were actually supposed to go to China a few weeks ago and play a festival over there, but it kind of fell through at the last minute, unfortunately. But so hopefully we've sort of got a tentative invite for middle of next year to go back to a festival there, so hopefully that comes off. Yeah, we've got a few ideas in the works, but, you know, we're happy to go anywhere, and, you know, if you can get to places like Asia or America or, you know. So it was just unlucky that it didn't come off this time, but next year for sure. It's
to Australia's benefit that we get to keep you for a little bit longer for maybe a tour that you wouldn't have done here if you were going to China.
Yeah.
Your loss, our benefit. But hopefully you will get there.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they'll probably eat you up alive in a good way.
Hope so. They're not cannibals, are they?
No. I don't know. I've never been there.
Eat you alive? Get it?
Yeah. That's the title of your next EP.
Yeah, something like that. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I did ask Clint who did the artwork, and I've forgotten it wasn't someone in the band, was it?
No, it was Luke at Art for Albums and Shots for Bands here in Brisbane.
Right, yeah.
He's great. He did our photos, did our cover art, he does all our Facebook art. He's great. He's done a fair bit of stuff for other local bands around here too. He does clips and he's good. Him and some of his colleagues shot the footage for the Killing Reason clip.
All right, yeah.
And cut that together for us. So Art for Albums and Shots for Bands. He's on Facebook, so check that out. He's amazing.
We should say again that you are Like Thieves official on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you are Like Thieves music on YouTube.
We've got quite a few videos up there, some studio stuff we cut together, and there's 3 or 4 different studio videos up there, which is cool. Bit of fun and shows us in the process of recording what was at Winter's Edge, actually. So that was a bit of fun for us to look back on anyway. So hopefully people get some enjoyment out of that.
It has been great talking to you.
Awesome.
You have been a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, mate. You have to. Appreciate the time and all the support.
That's okay, and I'll catch up with you at the corner on the 30th of November.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.